Hello, this is Keith Haggerty, and this is my Module 11 presentation for a social media platform that isn't Facebook and Twitter. And for my New York Giants community, I chose Pinterest for my They Might Be New York Giants. And you can see my tagline is fantastic photos, food, and fun celebrating your New York Giants. And I also really like Pinterest, mainly not only because it's an emerging platform, which seems to be gaining in popularity each and every month, but I also like that it's subdivided between a bunch of different categories, so you can focus on multiple interests of the fan community, not just what's happening on the field, but also a lot of what's happening off the field. And it's a good way for fans to show their various degrees of pride and just what goes into being a fan. It's not just about sitting there and watching a game. It's about coming together with other fans and sharing different opinions and different flavors, different tastes, etc. And one of the things I find really intriguing about Pinterest, as I was doing research for my community, I was a little surprised that there's an awful lot of female influence in the community too. There's a lot of women fans, and Pinterest is definitely a lot more popular amongst females than males. And I thought this would be an interesting alternative to try to get that demographic. For Pinterest, I focused on my POS strategy, and of course it would be the people, which would be still the diverse fan community of the New York Giants. And like I said, a little bit more of an emphasis towards the female fans in this particular ones. And in addition to the fans, of course, any related members outside of the fan community, but part of the greater Giants community, such as media players, administrators, business affiliations of the team, charitable endeavors they're involved with, and the fans are involved with, etc. My objective is to use Pinterest as a convenient outlet for followers to gain categorized eye catchers, and not just the same old, same old. Of course, right now it's just a sample, but as it goes along, I'd like to have a lot more unique content, maybe stuff that you can find elsewhere, but maybe that's aggregated all in one spot to make it just more convenient for the fans. And that would include photos, videos, game day, just fans doing their thing, showing their pride, particularly fans on the road, ones that are traveling across the country, showing their pride, and just everybody just seeming to have a good time and just getting together, and the camaraderie that they show with each other. Tailgating party tips and menu suggestions, historical trips down memory lane, just so fans can get a perspective of how far the team has come, and maybe where, see basically a greater appreciation of what they have now, and maybe throughout their own family that they have generations of fans, which is always interesting. Basically any quirky fan fun community engagement. And the strategy is to continue to energize the fan base with the goal of providing interesting, diverse areas of fan enjoyment, entertainment, and insight, hopefully gaining more and more followers as we go along, with the hopes of fans also reciprocating and sharing their own unique team pride. And of course, as always, there has to be consistent cross-promotion between Pinterest and Twitter, Facebook, and any other social media platform I'm involved with. As an example of the different categories, I'll show you a few of them. The first is just G-Men Pride, showing the loyalty and love for Big Blue, which is basically just various fans wearing their team colors and showing their pride, showing how excited they are, even though the team is 3-6, which is actually much better than when I first started it. They were 0-6, so maybe this social media campaign is turning out to be a good luck charm. But this is G-Men Pride. This is basically just various photos of fans doing their thing. One that's interesting is the tailgating menu, which is just basically various photos and various recipes and whatnot for what fans are doing. And particularly there's one here for the New York Giants baby back ribs and just anything that fans are used to eating in the parking lots and just having a good time. And maybe their own unique menu items would be up here as well. Kickoff is just basically what it sounds like. It's just various game day photos, and these will be more as we go along. Giant Memories I find interesting. It's just a trip down memory lane where you can see Giants throughout history, and the history goes back 100 years, so there's really a gold mine, and I think it would be interesting to get more of an older fan perspective too, and maybe they have photos that they took, like personal photos, maybe not ones that are so much in magazines and old newspaper archives, but ones that maybe are in their own personal inventory on their own cameras. I think that would be pretty fascinating to see. And the other one is what I call Big Blue Travelers, which is basically a few I have here as a sample. It's just an idea of fans on the road and showing their pride. And we have ones in San Francisco and one out there in Philadelphia too, rubbing it in. That's always great to see. One thing I made sure to do as well on top of my Pinterest, where they might be New York Giants tagline and whatnot, made sure to put my Facebook and my Twitter handle. I still have to put my blog up there as well. And that also coincides with my Facebook page, which is right here for my They Might Be New York Giants, where I also just recently put a follow us on Pinterest here as well. So we cross promoted there, which also goes towards my Twitter page for They Might Be NYG, which also has a recent follow us on Pinterest and a link and all the other good stuff that has been tweeted quite a bit over the past couple weeks, which goes into my blog, which still needs to be updated. And that will also have a Pinterest link. I have the Facebook link on the side. I got to add a Twitter button as well. This is some of the various blogs I've had going. And that's basically my Pinterest page for this particular module. I hope to add more as we go along and get more and more followers. Right now, I am not following or have followers, so it's basically in the beta test version, so or stage. So I'll make sure I add those as we go along. And thank you for listening, and I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing the rest of yours. Thank you. Bye.